Hello, it's Nat here, and today we're gonna talk about social selling. What is it, and what are some of the best and worst tactics to follow when trying to implement social selling as a methodology? So, first of all, what is social selling? Social selling is the art of using social media, first of all, to find, connect, understand, but also nurture sales relationships. Social selling is all about engaging with people, networking, and also educating, not only about your product or service, but also and specifically related pain points and related advices that could be of use to your potential clients, maybe not today, but in the future when they are going to be ready to buy a product. They will definitely remember you. So, what are some of the keys for social selling? Many people confuse social selling with, just selling. First of all, social selling is about offering real help and solutions. It's not a short-term strategy. It's not about trying to pitch right now a specific product or service, but rather communicating about different problems and solutions, evangelizing around specific ways to solve the problem, but also introducing yourself to key decision makers and trying to build relationships from a perspective of trust. Just being there actually matters and matters a lot. So being in the top of mind of the potential customer when they are ready to make a purchase is actually quite valuable. And many times we're thinking about lead generation as something that needs to be done ASAP, while actually qualified lead generation should be more of the way of work rather than specific experiment on a short term. So social selling is about creating these long-lasting relationships with your prospects, and specifically, don't think short-term. Don't push, don't try to sell, don't try to get a quote or a call or a meeting. Just be there, listen, and communicate with value proposition. Do not pitch. It's utterly important not to pitch. When we're setting up social selling experiments and when we're trying to get social selling as a driver in Hypertry, many times we see people experimenting with first LinkedIn invitation saying something like, "Hi, I'm working for this great software solutions and have seen your profile and I think you're an amazing professional. Would you like to schedule a call?" This is not social selling, this is prospecting and pitching through LinkedIn, and these are two very different things. So remember, it's all about establishing relationships. If you're connecting to LinkedIn, try to build up based on profile value, engagement, and maybe you can say you're just willing to network and share insights. Do not send immediately a follow-up pitch email or a direct message, because it's not about short-term sales. So, keys for social selling. First, you need to optimize your profile on social networks to be focused on your business. Many times we have mixed social profiles, it's great, but for social selling, we need to have it aligned towards what our main business is and also where we are going to be positioning as thought leaders in specific area, ideally related to the core of the business, however, sufficiently niche so that we can compete on it. And here's an example. Probably SEO is already a big chunk of expertise. Maybe you are not going to be an expert on SEO, but maybe you can have a tiny field of SEO inside where you're actually going to be a subject matter expert. For example, technical on-site SEO, and all your social profile or your expertise or your area content that you promote, that you share, you comment on should be great stuff delivering value on on-site technical SEO. It's important to position yourself in the area of real interest. If you want to be a thought leader on something that is important for your company, for your business, but it's not actually interesting to you, you're going to suffer a lot, because it's not a 9-to-5 job. You're actually going to need to engage with people during different times around subjects, and it's only going to work if you're really truly passionate about it. You should monitor conversation with topics relevant in the area of knowledge, and also think about interacting with key prospects in all times. So always know what they're sharing, what they're talking about, where they're talking about it, and how you can actually provide insights for them. Experimenting inside of Hypertry on social selling, you may want to track some key social selling KPIs. Some of those that we may track, again, not short-term, mid-long-term. This is not going to be a one-week experiment. Could be leads, that would be targets that have a problem and know of your company, and usually your product or service should be a fit to solve this problem. Marketing qualified leads, which are leads that have shown interest in knowing more and are open to receiving communications about your company and about your product and services. And finally, sales qualified leads that have budget and are ready to buy. Of course, closed contracts, opportunities, and revenues are always going to be our main KPIs as well. Thanks a lot, guys. Remember to subscribe to Hypertry and turn on notifications so that you can always be up to date with great content.